some of the Toyota enthusiasts
Put other
beat
people
up
down.
on us Land Rover drivers when we already receive as much punishment
Is that
from
reciprocal?
the cars themselves.
By driving the Land Rover.
That to me is just a crazy thing to do if you're in your neighborhood and you make eye contact with someone and they wave at you.
And you don't wave
and
back?
You just stare.
Your butt was in the same
Correct.
chair that Michael Jordan's
Absolutely
butt was in.
correct. Here we are.
Welcome back
My Taco
Second
Bell.
episode.
to Carish.
Carish.
Mostly
Now we
ish.
have Case with
we
us.
have Case.
Was that actually the intro? Because I just referred to my bell tattoo as a Taco Bell.
Well,
Is that what it
With
is?
no context. It's not a Taco Bell.
I think it is.
No.
I think it is.
It just might be.
You can believe that if you want, if
No.
you like to live
I
nice.
know what it is. It's from like a bike, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a motorcycle thing. It's a good luck charm.
Right, you're supposed to hang one on your bike when you first get it.
And then go to
To
Taco
keep
Bell.
spirits away or bad juju, right?
Oh,
Jen
really? That's a
actually knows.
superstition thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She actually knows. It's
Are
called
you
a grandma's bell.
superstitious?
No.
A little stitious.
But I had to, yeah, mildly stitious. Yeah.
But you are? You believe in ghosts?
No, I wouldn't say so. It's just, I was like, I need a tattoo of something, right? And that's
I thought it was
just
a
what
notification bell, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit
You
that
should
bell.
do that, Case, at the end of the
Should I?
videos. Maybe not.
Get
Just kinda like
a
pull
subscribe
up the-
button
Yeah.
on my chest.
Get subscribe across the whole chest.
When I
What
first saw that,
episode
I
is
thought
this?
that's
Is
what it
this
was
two?
about. I'm like, wow,
This
he's
is
really
episode
serious.
two?
Number 2, sir.
Okay.
Really serious about this job.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not the usual group, but I guess we're not enough episodes into this podcast for it to be a typical group yet.
There is
Right.
no usual
There's
yet.
no usual.
No.
Yeah.
But it usually will be Tommy.
I think
I would assume so.
it
Probably.
will usually just be
Whatever. Like, we're on the whim of other people's desires.
one of us 4.
Right on.
One day, it might just be me and Jen in here riffing. Who
Oh,
knows?
man.
We
Yeah.
can get Cole in the middle seat. It's called
Yeah.
the hot seat.
Yeah, Cole, who's running
Cole
the
will just
podcast right
black
now, would
himself
love
out
that.
with like a cloak.
He's
so he
nodding
won't be
his
seen.
head. Why don't you
He'll
get
do a
in
voice
frame
changer.
here, Cole?
Come on, Cole. Jump on in.
He's not doing it.
Have you ever been in a video?
He says
oh
no.
my God. I have a lot of footage of you. Did you know that?
It's called blackmail. Cole.
We'll make a highlight reel.
Yeah. It's mostly just him testing microphones for
Yeah.
me. It works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
But he'll ruin it so that we can't use that footage.
Yeah,
for
he usually
somehow.
flips off the camera
Yeah.
and we can't use it.
He knows what he's doing.
We could blur it.
We could.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hear that?
There's the
Tactic.
sensor function on Final Cut Pro.
Listen. Oh, really? That's like a...
Yeah. There's like a
that's
little
good to know.
sensor bubble that you can move around the screen. And you
And it,
can
like, blurs it?
keyframe it so it like follows his middle finger.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Cole's going to be in the next video, whatever we publish. He's going to be in it.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Rover Disco.
Yeah, I'm filming with him later today. We might make that happen.
All right, good
He's
stuff.
feeling very uncomfortable.
Okay, guys. I'm the ish of this podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm the ish.
We like cars.
Yeah, we
You
do.
two are the cars.
We do like,
I'm the
we do
ish.
like cars.
Today we're going to discuss dream garages.
Mm.
Okay.
Nice.
Delight.
As one might expect, my dream garage will not involve a car.
And to clarify, this is not
At all?
No.
this is not dream cars in your garage. This is
The garage
what makes
itself.
the garage itself.
What makes
Yeah.
the garage a dream?
Right.
Yeah.
Who's
so
starting?
you are, sir.
Oh, I'm starting.
Tell
now?
us what's in
Okay.
your dream
The
garage.
newbie.
This is a very developed idea of mine. It's something that I have discussed with several people. It's many years down the line if it will ever exist at all. But it's going to be like a huge. Have you ever seen like barn dominium kind of thing?
Yes.
I don't think
Dream.
so.
It's like part living
mainly
space.
garage, partly car, or partly house.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like part house, part garage.
Yeah.
Because I don't just want it to be a space to store things. I
Naturally.
need to have like dozens of vehicles in there, of course. But it also needs to be a space that's welcoming and a space that you want to hang out in. So it's going to have a lot of tools,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of, like lifts and stuff, a lot of cool vehicles, of course.
Naturally.
Corvettes and Corvettes. But also going to have weightlifting equipment. We're also going to have Creed playing super loud.
Oh, I thought you
Calm
meant like the
down.
actual band there
I mean,
with you.
maybe
At
on
all
special
times.
occasions.
You hire Creed indefinitely to be in your garage.
Yeah. Well, then I'll have to outfit it nicely so they can live there full time.
Just shackled up
Well, there
in
it
his
is.
garage.
Yeah, there's your barn condominium
Yeah, exactly. So
for
Yeah.
Creed
What
there's going to
specifically.
be weightlifting equipment and motivation through Creed. There's going to be a nice little bar set up and a TV kind of thing.
Okay.
So you can go immediately from bench press to Creed and whatever
Vodka.
sports
okay.
game. Yeah, I don't know.
Really everyone's dream.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about sports, but I have friends that do. So I'll have a TV to play sports.
You didn't
for
play
them.
sports growing up?
No.
Really?
No, I was
That
into
kinda
cars my whole life.
surprises
So
me.
you and I are the ones
the
that
most
played
We're the
sports out of
sporty
this
ones.
table.
Yeah.
We're the sporty ones.
Interesting.
I'm as uncoordinated as Tommy.
That I don't believe that for a second.
I
That would be really difficult.
You got to
be-
believe it.
All right, Jen.
Yes.
Your dream garage.
Dream garage. Okay. Well, see, I've got two loves. So I need to have a garage for my cars and car things,
Sure.
but I also want to have a portion dedicated to woodworking.
Mm.
So I
Right, because you
want-
did cabinets.
I did cabinets for like 14 years. So I want my saw stop table saw with the feed out table and the radial arm saw and the miter saw and the drill press and the routers and sanders and
Yo,
everything.
so many
I
words.
want all of that. So many words. But like that's what I grew up with. And I feel so
At
sad
home?
not having any of
I
those
see.
tools because they were, my dad's tools.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
You want your own.
I want my own, but I want that shop. And on the other side, then I've got like my 2-post lift. I've got like end-to-end cabinets with toolboxes. I want it to be super well insulated and heated and AC'd. And that has to be because the wood will fluctuate with too much
Yeah.
temperature change.
Especially
so
with
it
how
needs
dry
to
it
be
is in Colorado.
Yeah, so
too.
it needs to be heated and AC'd. And I want like airlines on each of the walls, like for compressed
Reach
air.
up, grab a.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
What's
want
an
like
airline?
like for compressed air, so you can yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Yes. This is like this is the type of garage I had growing up.
Wow.
And like lights on lights, TV, couch area, fridge, of course.
Yeah.
Is Creed also in your garage?
Obviously.
Creed's in every garage, whether we admit it or not.
Yeah, sure. It shows up whether you want it to or not.
Yeah.
That would be my dream.
Airlines would be sweet too because you could reach up, you could have a pneumatic impact.
Yeah.
And you could hook that to the
Exactly.
airline. And then you could go full NASCAR pick route. You know when you're like, remember, Mary, when you're watching NASCAR races,
Of course.
as you do,
As Mary
As
does.
one does.
as she does,
As the representative-ish of this podcast does.
when the NASCAR pulls up and they go, wee, 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 wee.
I do know that sound, yes.
Yeah, that's
From
pneumatic
Cars,
impact.
from Pixar's Cars.
And you can just buy one of
Yes. You can.
those and go and do that in your own garage. Go,
Yep.
wee, 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 wee.
Okay, so when you have this dream garage,
Yes.
I would like to be a part of that.
That is absolutely fine.
You can come too, but bring your
Specifically the
girlfriend.
pneumatic impact part.
Yeah, that part.
I think you would actually like the dust collection system of it because it has like all these huge hoses that go around to a lot of the different saws that you have. And then you just have like a giant, like it's like a huge vacuum that sucks up all of the dust. And I feel like you would have a lot of fun.
That does sound fun.
I
Sounds
definitely enjoyed that.
Incredibly satisfying.
It's very satisfying.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good garage.
You got a couple good garages.
Yeah,
I
a
think
couple
so.
good. So if we're all neighbors, my garage is where like you.
Oh, I can't
are-
wait to hear your garage.
So okay, I need my car needs to go somewhere, right? So
Right.
there will be a spot for the
But
car.
not in the garage.
It'll be in the
garage?
garage. It's just not the
good.
purpose of the garage.
Oh, okay.
I only need a few things in my garage, just a few. I want mirrors, sound systems, party lights, Hummus station, basketball court, yoga mats, and a
Hummus
weightlifting
Yeah.
station. Now
Yeah.
let me break that down for you, if you would like me to. Mirrors. I would like it to be like a studio.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
it would be so fun to be able to like do choreography because I choreographed musicals in college too. So
All these new things we're learning about Mary.
it was something that brought me a lot of joy. And I always had to do it in the studios on campus that had these huge mirrors, like wall-to-wall
Right.
mirrors. And it's so cool. So I would want like one space with like hardwood floors, wall-to-wall mirrors. In addition to that, obviously you need an insane sound system.
Obviously.
Because if you're dancing like from like a little portable speaker, those are great.
Listen to my laptop.
Yeah, off your
Yeah.
iPhone in the corner
Wow.
in like a red Solo cup. You ever done that? To like amplify the sound?
So then what we might need for your stereo, if we want to pull it up on the TV, it's called the Bowers & Wilkins Nautilus. It looks a lot like a cochlea,
Oh,
which is a part of your ear.
Wow.
nice. Well done.
Yeah, good tie-in. We
Really
were
good
talking about
tie-in.
cochleas before this
As one,
podcast.
This is
as one
true.
does.
As one does. Let's see, the Nautilus. There it is.
Oh, wow, it does.
Ooh, that's kind of spooky looking.
That's very
It
Dr.
looks like
Seussy.
it looks like a cochlea that's like zooming out of your ear.
Yeah.
Extremely expensive.
How much is it?
Oh,
Oh
they're
my god!
straight up out of
it's
the
like
Grinch.
$6,000.
I think these ones actually might be like 50.
I'm sorry, you said 50,000.
50.
Oh, 85. Yeah, never mind.
$85,000.
For why?
Does it sound that good?
It better, right?
Okay, yeah. So I mean, we're talking about my
Open box, so it's on sale.
Great.
This costs more than the X5 that we drove yesterday.
But look, you can split your purchase into installments up to $30,000.
That's
Oh.
doable. That's way more digestible.
So, yeah.
Okay, but listen, guys, this
That's
is
what you've got.
this is my dream. I can have anything in those.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get one of these Bauer and Wilkins Nautilus speakers, which is an interesting name.
It looks like a snail.
It does look a bit like a snail. I'm gonna be honest, Case. I don't like how it looks.
It looks like it's out
most
of the
people
Grinch.
Don't.
Yeah,
They're
it
weird.
does.
Very Dr. Seuss.
Very Dr.
weird.
Seuss-y.
There's
But
other less
if we can
awkward-looking
hide
speakers.
it behind something,
Hide
then
my
I'll let it.
$85,000 speaker
That
system.
would be a
Correct.
baller thing
Money
to
doesn't
hide.
exist in my dreams.
You know,
I have a question.
I have an answer, maybe.
Does an actual car fit into your garage?
Yeah, that's what I started with.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
okay.
I said
one car,
my
okay.
my
The
little
RAV4.
my little RAV4
Okay.
will have a stall.
Okay.
Like, it'll pull in
So
and it'll
it's got
say
its own.
yeah, it'll say Bobby
Its
on
own
like a
little
wooden
snuggie.
plaque.
Does your dream garage have something like the RAV4's successor, or is it still the RAV4
Forever.
way down the line?
Oh,
Until I
obviously.
die.
The Hail Mary.
Okay, Case, pop quiz. How many miles are on my RAV4?
Ooh, close to 200,000, but not quite, right?
Yeah.
180,000.
Wow.
180 almost.
Wow.
Right now it's at 179,795. So it's getting there.
It was pretty spot on there.
It's pretty
That
spot
was-
on.
I've
Is he,
never
like,
been
driving
in-
your car?
I've never been in her car.
Yeah,
What
like
is
what's
happening?
happening here?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I am gonna try to use that car until I die.
Forever.
And with any luck, I'll die young because I can't.
You could also get like a newer RAV4.
Oh yeah, that's an idea too. All right,
Wow,
I'm revising
we're
that
all
plan.
Full of ideas.
I'm gonna get a new one when that one puts out.
Sticking with the RAV4.
I love the RAV4.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
Yeah,
Good
you got your
stuff.
V6.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
huge mirrors, insane sound system,
Yeah,
party lights, mood lighting.
obviously.
Disco ball.
There would have to be like bulbs everywhere, and they would all be able to you could change each color of each individual light.
Disco ball?
Definitely disco
Yeah,
ball.
gotta.
But it's
Naturally.
like retractable. Like you can go up into the ceiling and come back down if you need it.
Maybe clap operated.
Ooh.
Clap operated disco ball. Good idea,
Now
Case.
that is the height of luxury
yes.
right there.
Sometimes Dua Lipa's softly playing in the background when you walk in.
Sometimes loud.
Sometimes loud.
Sometimes Creed.
No, I don't think Creed will be making an appearance in my garage. They can keep to your garages.
Some people
We're
can
gonna
be
hang
wrong. It's okay.
in our garages.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you ever want to dance, guess whose garage you're coming to?
That's
Mine.
true. It's very
Okay.
probably gonna be Mary's.
There will also be a hummus station. So I have been eating hummus pretty much daily for the past 6 years.
You make the best hummus.
Yes.
you.
She manufactures it.
I do. I make it
Like by the tub.
it's by a lot. I make a double batch a lot. These guys have had it.
I'm
Yeah.
need to put in an order, by the way.
Yeah, you got it. I'll send you an invoice later.
So in the dream garage, you produce it instead by the drum.
Yeah, by the vat.
Yeah.
So
It's
I would
actual
need-
production
By
line
the
in your
truckload.
garage.
Exactly, by the truckload, perhaps. Because I might, who knows, maybe I'll make a business out of
You
it.
totally could. Mary's hummus time.
But it's also, that's actually an interesting point because the hummus time is twofold. One is eating the hummus naturally. I prefer to be
as they
alone.
do.
I prefer to be alone. And also, not because anything weird happens, it's just because I just like that time. It's like time to myself. And two, I like making it. Like making it is kind of a sacred experience for me. Because it's like you got to put in the tahini and the chickpeas and the garlic and the oil and the salt and the paprika and like it's.
Hold on, let me write this down.
Yeah,
What
no,
do you,
I'll-
how
I-
much of
I
everything do
feel
you
like
use?
have I not sent you the recipe?
No.
Oh, you can have
You're
it.
holding out on me, Mary.
Do you
No.
have a food processor?
Nope.
I have two.
Of course you do.
You can borrow one.
You can have one of mine.
Like doing it at the same time.
So I would like more room. That's one of the problems is there's not enough room. So, but also a lot of those ingredients are refrigerated. So I'd also need a big fridge,
Of course.
in my
So,
garage.
Like
Like a
Sub-Zero.
walk-in refrigerator and like a 2-story processor, food processor.
Yeah, you're speaking my language. So hummus station, basketball court, as
Oh,
we
yes.
discussed. As we
Yes.
discussed,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'd be the spot to be. in the neighborhood.
Indeed.
I kind of feel like I'm putting your guys' garage to shame right now. I'm not gonna
Wow,
lie.
that's
Well, I'm still waiting to hear where the weightlifting equipment and
well,
motorcycles
that's at the
are.
end.
yeah. How are you supposed to build any cabinets?
I said,
Mary?
Oh.
yeah. I
You
said,
do actually have weightlifting stations.
I also want a yoke.
Nice.
Thank you. I really do. I think it'd be great because I hate touching like equipment at the gym. I just it,
Oh, yeah.
it fills me with dread.
Yeah.
Yoga mats. I wouldn't really need a new section for that because you could just do it on the dance floor. You could do green and blue mood lighting and like meditation music.
That's
and boom.
nice.
But I would want multiple yoga mats so you guys could do it with
You
me.
have a fog machine while you're doing yoga.
Case, I'm gonna hire you when I start building this. Okay, you are free to
Interior
give
design.
suggestions. Yes, exactly. And then finally, as to Case's delight, a weightlifting station. I think
That's good.
I think
That's
that'd
real
be pretty
smart.
sick.
I like that.
Yeah,
Nice.
and probably like an indoor track. I would say like I would say like a treadmill, but I like tracks better.
You can do like a suspended track.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like look down.
Over top of the basketball court.
Yep.
Exact. And
Yep.
the dance studio.
That's what I had in high school.
Yeah, I had one of those in college. It was pretty sick. But yeah, I do love running. I haven't been running in a while, but I did run a half marathon last summer.
Nice.
Good for you, babe.
I gotta get back into it, and I can only do that with my garage.
Definitely not
Someone's-
outside.
No.
Someone's got to do the running, and I'm glad it's you and not me.
It's not going to be me.
Yeah,
that's for
your
sure.
sport. Well, no, your softball involves tons of running.
Very minimal running.
That's not true.
It's like short sprints, but that's about it.
I mean, I feel like there's so many other sports than the one I'm about to say, but I was gonna say I feel like the only sport that involves like pretty much nonstop running is like soccer.
Yeah,
Soccer
soccer's a lot
and
of
basketball,
running.
though.
That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
yeah.
but on defense, you're not running, you're squatting.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Right.
I mean, like not like
I feel like I just see
Not
people
like-
running
not
back
like
and
back
forth the whole
squats
time.
weighted.
no, not like
Just like,
uninterrupted
wait.
squats. No, not like sumo
There's
squats.
not like squat racks on one side of the basketball.
As far as I mean, they could
I
have.
got excited about basketball for a second.
They could have changed the rules. I
Case
don't know.
clearly has no clue about basketball.
It's like, are there like squat racks in there? I'm like, no, there's not.
I missed that.
No, like on defense, you're not. At least you're not running forward. At least.
Yeah,
You're-
that's true.
You're like you should be
There's
low
still-
to defend well.
I feel like I'm out of breath watching basketball. I'm just like, oh my God, it's a lot of running.
I feel like I'm out of breath watching soccer.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like
that's-
nonstop.
But I watch
running.
a lot more basketball than I watch.
It's because I mean, no offense to soccer fans, but like basketball's way more fun to watch than
a lot
soccer
going
is.
on.
Soccer's really fun to
good.
play,
Okay.
but I
I
think
was always
it's
terrified to play soccer. I'm like, I'm definitely going to roll my ankle. I'm going to break it.
that's possible
For sure.
because cleats don't have any like ankle protection. They protect
They
your
have like
shins.
they have shin protectors, yeah.
Yeah,
but-
that's different than your ankle.
But that's a whole big joint that's just like willy nilly gonna break.
Yeah, that's true.
None of them were ever an option for me because I'm a very awkward runner.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't
When you
wait
say
to watch
awkward,
Case run now.
yeah, I feel like we should do like a competition.
we should have
of
like
some
a,
sort.
You're welcome to check it out. It
a
doesn't
field
look
day.
good.
We could have a field
field
day
day.
over
Yeah.
at the ranch.
We could get like matching shirts, like with
Oh,
teams.
my
We should do
Lord.
TFL Olympics.
TFL Olympics is
Yes.
an awesome idea.
So
Let
long
us
as
know
it's
if you guys want to see
mostly
TFL
weightlifting.
Olympics.
You wouldn't know.
Cole's
That's not fair to
definitely
anyone
going
but
to be
you.
in it.
Cole, would you be a part of our Olympics? Winter. Winter,
Oh, yeah,
chicken.
Cole.
Oh, and Winter Olympics. I thought you said
Winter
winter.
Oh, winter. Yeah, I thought you were calling the win
fully
already.
covered.
I thought you were going, well, winter.
Winner. I'll be
Oh,
Winter
for sure.
Olympics.
Winter Olympics.
I'll take that
Do you
that
ski?
deal. Yeah.
Oh, so you do athletic things.
Arguably. It doesn't look very athletic when I do them.
Skiing is definitely an athlete's endeavor.
yes.
It is not an easy thing to do.
You know, I met two people last night that told me they do cross country skiing, but they don't know how to downhill ski.
Well, they're very different.
That-
They're
I know,
very
but that's
different
just like
sports.
it's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Cole.
Paragliding.
Paragliding.
He's
that,
pulling up
that is
my
something.
burgeoning. Is that a good word for it? My
Blossoming?
emerging blossoming hobby. Yeah, I just this week ordered my first paraglider.
No way.
Congrats, my friend.
Yeah, that is
That's a
going
cool
to be-
thing.
That's going to be this summer's project is to start flying.
Wow. Okay, cool.
I
So
talked about this to Tommy in the last podcast. This is becoming a staple subject.
the paragliding.
Yeah.
You got to do it though.
Does it scare you at all?
I grew up flying. My dad was a paraglider pilot for like 20 years or something.
No way.
Yeah. So
Okay, so that's sick.
I've been in the air a bunch as a passenger and been around the sport for a long time. So yeah, now I figured it's time for me to actually go do that.
That's gonna be so cool.
You're doing lots of cool things. What's the coolest car you've ever driven?
Are we getting to that part of the podcast already?
It's quite the segue.
Whoa.
Right now.
Yeah, that was a very abrupt segue. So for the next question we're all going to answer, it's there's a couple. So it says on our list coolest, fastest, and oldest cars we've driven. Are we picking one for each three?
Yeah.
My answers are disgustingly embarrassing for this section. So
You got to pick the coolest. Yeah.
you know what? I'm not going to show my cards yet. Yeah. So the next thing we wanted to chat about are the cars that we've driven.
Some of the most iconic cars in our memories of driving different cars. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about the coolest, the fastest, and the oldest cars we've ever driven.
So can you define cool for me? What does cool mean?
Whatever
to
you thought was cool. Whatever made you feel like this is awesome. This is a memory. This is going to be something I'm never going to forget.
Huh.
So it could be, the coolest minivan. It could be whatever you thought was really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's very subjective.
So we're picking three vehicles.
Oldest and fastest are not going to be super subjective, but coolest is whatever was like, what really floats your boat that day.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that the coolest car you'll find that I've ever driven is whatever car I'm currently driving.
Oh, wow.
As long as I'm in it.
That's
oh no,
that's such a case answer.
No.
Ew. I'm sorry, Case. You're very cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really needed that.
Yeah, clearly you need an ego boost. Okay, so right now it's a truck.
A Fiat 500.
Oh, a Fiat 500.
No, probably not. Even I can't make that car cool.
I think it's a cool little car.
Well,
Zippy.
thank you. It is zippy. It's got that going for it. Probably, I would say, the car that is to me the coolest is my old Mercedes. I've got an old silver 1973 Mercedes, and it's just a really pretty car. I think the best thing that it has going for it is that it's very shiny. Yeah, Cole's pulling it up.
Those
here.
were
Look at that.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, so it's a 1970s Mercedes. It was my great grandfather's car.
It was.
Yeah,
it's in the family.
It's a legacy.
It's got
That's
a V8.
so cool.
It's got a little rumble to it.
Oh God, what a dream!
You know what I'm most jealous about watching this is the grass behind you.
Oh, I know.
So
Summertime.
So warm.
Yeah. So yeah, Cole has, for those who are listening, a video pulled up of my old Benz. Really super pretty car.
Oh, that actually is really
absolutely
sick.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Did that leather get so hot in the sun though?
It gets unbelievably hot.
Yeah.
Because the windows, the greenhouse of that car, it just focuses light
magnifies
onto the seats.
It's like a hot tub in there. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, it's
and you bagged it,
low.
right?
So it's on air suspension.
Yeah, you
so
bagged
when
it.
you turn the key and you flip the car on, it picks up to just a regular driving height.
That is just such an absolutely gorgeous
That's
car
crazy.
case.
So when I park somewhere, that was it when I first got it. But when I push a button, the whole car goes. And
What a
lowers
dream!
down.
Wow.
But-
Does
Absolute
that have a name?
Stella.
Stella. That's a really good name for a car.
Means star, which is a Mercedes logo.
Means star in what language?
A language.
Are you thinking of Estrella?
One of them.
I think Stella. We might have to Google that. I'm pretty sure Stella means car.
Case
If
is
not,
just
my
making
whole
stuff up now.
existence is a lie.
Well, I know that Estrella
Let's look up
means
what
star.
does Stella mean. Yeah. Star.
Does Stella mean something?
Italian.
Stella. Aha.
Okay, it's Italian.
Aha. Yeah,
Okay.
cool. So
Okay,
I'm not.
We'll allow it.
Well, I'll allow it.
I'm
Yeah.
not stupid like full stop. So
Interesting,
yeah,
Stella.
that would be my coolest. Fastest would definitely be one of the many EVs that we've tested are just like the fastest accelerating.
So here's what I was thinking with that.
yeah.
I feel like you can have two cars for fastest because EVs are obviously going to take the cake.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not like a
But
fun
then
answer.
exactly. So I feel like we can have two answers for this one.
There is also a vehicle, if you type in TFL Supra, we might have to scroll around a little bit. There was a highly modified Mark IV Supra, a silver one, that I drove that belonged to a friend, and this car was unbelievably aggressive. It's a 2JZ, so it's one of the, there it is.
Oh,
It's one of the tuner motors ever. And this car was making like 900 horsepower and just, again, not as fast accelerating as some of the EVs that we've driven, but this car, the way that it accelerates, there's a lot of theater around it.
Yeah.
The noises it makes and everything are startling to say the least.
And I bet it just pulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that car was absolutely insane.
Also, what an
really
icon,
cool to drive.
that
yeah.
car.
Yeah. So that was pretty neat. So I'm going to call that the fastest feeling car that I've ever driven.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then oldest is our 1915 Model T that Tommy and I
I
have
forgot about that one.
Yeah.
taken to McDonald's. You drove that too.
Yep. That's going to definitely be my oldest car.
Well, go ahead, Jen. What are
So
your...
the oldest would be the Model T. The fastest would be the very soulless Model S Plaid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Model
yeah,
X
that
Plaid,
thing's
all of those.
crazy.
I've driven
Yeah.
those a lot. But I was trying to think about this. I think the fastest non-EV would be the GLC 63.
Yeah.
I
can see that.
That was pretty.
Those are
those are pretty fast.
legitimately quick
and
cars.
oh my God, they sounded amazing too.
Sure.
It's a Mercedes. Yeah.
I was like, this
just wanted
glaze
to,
over
just
my
wanted
eyes.
to throw you a raft.
Thank you. I need a lifeboat every
Yeah.
now and then. Just give me a little.
The coolest car, I think, that I'll never forget, I know you and I were just talking about this, was Michael Jordan's SLR McLaren.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what is
That's
the
cool.
story behind that? How did you get
So
to drive that?
I was working at Mercedes, shout out to Auto House on Edens in Northbrook, Illinois. And this was where Michael Jordan purchased and brought all of his Mercedes
No way.
vehicles since when he was on the Bulls, after the Bulls, everything. So obviously he himself was not bringing the cars in.
Right.
You know, his right-hand man, Hugh, would bring them in, and he was just the
Hugh.
coolest guy.
My boy Hugh.
But then once the vehicles were done, because he had two of them, he had a convertible and a non-convertible, because of course, why would you have
Naturally,
only
yeah.
one SLR McLaren?
Definitely need to.
And so I got to drive both of them back to his house. So driving to his house, seeing the 23 on the gates actually opening up for me.
Dang.
And what was crazy is he had so many just like regular, like one car, two car garages, you know, but then he also had his huge basketball court arena. But
Like my garage.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
You had your dream garage.
But he had just
Minus the Hummus.
like opening up the garage door. I'm just like, is that like a lawnmower and like a rake? It just looked so normal,
Ordinary.
but he had
Just
so
just
many of
human.
them.
Interesting.
That was I don't think I went more than 35 miles an hour in that. There's no way I was going to speed around in Michael Jordan's car.
Wow.
But that was definitely
What
a
was
trip.
the
I'll never
story
forget that.
of like, were they just like, we need to return this car to Michael, our boy Michael.
Mikey.
Jen, can you drive this
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, pretty
How were you
much.
chosen for that? Like,
I
were
don't
they-
know, but they decided to let a 19-year-old
You were 19?
19.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that was a choice.
Yeah, this
by
was
Mercedes.
this was a long time ago.
Wow.
But yeah, just drove it back from the dealership to his house in Deerfield and
Wow.
just felt like a total boss. I remember like playing the CD that he was playing, and I was like, "This is what Michael Jordan was listening to."
Weird.
It's
like
that's
you're
the coolest thing.
You sat
Yeah,
your butt was in the same
Correct.
chair that Michael Jordan's
absolutely
butt was in.
correct.
You have touched Michael Jordan's butt in a way.
I mean, that's what I think about all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say one of the worst suspension rides I've ever experienced in my
Yeah.
life, because it's such a tight,
Yeah.
sports car that
Not
you
made
feel
for
like
comfort.
every crack in the road.
Yeah.
And part of me was like, this is amazing. Also, this is awful.
So then, so far, both of our coolest cars are silver Mercedes. One
correct.
is probably cooler than the other.
Yeah, yours, I think.
Well,
Well, but you have to factor in Michael Jordan.
yeah, or me.
Yeah, you're definitely on the same
Same
level.
kind of plane.
Yeah, for sure.
It looks like a total like Batman.
It
Batmobile.
does. Looks like a Batmobile.
car.
It does.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that was-
awesome, Jen.
That was a really cool car. I'll never forget that.
I learned that because we were playing Two Truths and a Lie, and that was one of her truths.
Yeah.
That is a good truth. That
Yeah.
game is fun because it's a good opportunity to show off.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
it's like the perfect
I like a
activity.
lot.
Really? I haven't
No.
noticed.
That's weird.
Love showing off is one of my hobbies. for
That's
sure.
yeah. You should pick up a sport one of these days.
Yeah, I could make it
See who
into
he
a
actually
sport.
is.
You already have, Case. Okay, guys, my coolest car.
Yes.
Now listen, I'm gonna talk about the coolest experience, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
It was an RV, and I was like
good start.
7, and I used to go to New Mexico with my family to visit my family in New Mexico. And it was like a gated community, and so the gates would open, and my dad would always let me drive the RV to my grandma's house.
Ooh,
And so it was
such
just,
a feeling.
It was just, and I was 7, so I wasn't the only, like he was sitting in the driver's seat
Yeah.
too, but I would like sit in his lap and drive the RV.
It was the best.
And that was the closest I got to feeling like on top of the world.
Yeah,
Probably.
100%. Those days were the best.
So that was my first, and that was the first time I ever drove. So probably
Yeah.
the RV in New Mexico.
Oh, it's pretty sick.
Probably one of the coolest cars I've ever driven.
That's one of, I feel like, probably the coolest experiences you can have driving in an RV is if you're a kid and there's no other context.
Thank you. Okay.
But funny
No,
enough,
it wasn't a Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad RV.
yeah, so I mean, who looks at that picture and doesn't think I gotta drive one of those?
I think it's a cool RV.
But I have a cool RV drive story that might even rival yours.
Really?
Of
Let's
course he
hear
does.
it. Yeah.
So we've
please,
got a
cool
family
guy.
RV. It's a 1949 flexible Clipper. If
What?
we want to pull
I
that,
think we both
if
need
we want to pull
a
that
life
up
vest
on,
now.
on
Flexible
the,
Clipper.
flexible, yeah, or bus, yeah.
Or, wow.
Oh,
so
it's like a bullet.
actually,
Okay, yeah,
you
that's
see
pretty
that
awesome.
green and white one, kind of bottom left of the page.
That one.
That is my dad's RV. That was our
Dude,
family RV
wait,
that we grew up
It looks like a
in.
That
trolley
was
car.
actually yours?
Yep, that's ours. I shot that. That is a still from a video that we did with it.
Get out of my town.
So this is my dad's RV that he built painstakingly himself.
Wow.
If you type in flexible, yeah, it should pop up. It's one. Yep. It's one that he built himself. And this is
Aw.
what we grew up taking around the country. I've driven this briefly. It has
That's
a
the coolest.
2-stroke supercharged Detroit diesel pusher in the rear. It's very cool, the shape of it and everything. A lot of people have asked us if it's an Airstream because it kind of has that
Yeah,
shape
it looks
to
like
it.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool bus that we've spent a lot of time in, and and I've gotten to drive it before. So
Wow.
also
It's
kind of
a
a cool-
sea biscuit on the
art.
front. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Okay, Cole, can you look up generic
my dad.
RV from 2012?
Can you see the
Do you guys
resemblance?
still have it?
I can.
Yeah. Yeah, he still has it.
Oh, that's so cool,
Yeah.
Case.
2000.
Generic RV.
Wow.
2012. Let's
it.
see.
Yep.
Nice.
No, so that
No.
one, like that one is kind of what my experience was.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like one of those cups that you would fill with, like Dixie cups.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
the graphics on the side. Yeah.
Like a little Dixie cup. Aside from that, I also got to ride in the California Special with Jen,
That was
which
Yeah.
was really cool.
that was
That is
gonna
also
be my
pretty cool.
second.
Yeah, I had a cool experience that day.
That's a cool car.
That car was just really, really
that
fun.
was that was a dream for sure.
The fastest car is my RAV4 from 2007.
Yeah, which actually, Cole in the background is nodding because the guy running the podcast right now, he has the same car in the same color.
Same color.
Cole too.
They called each other when they
Sleeper.
were purchasing
Yeah.
their vehicles.
Yeah, funny enough, it is actually kind of a quick car.
Yeah.
No, it's so quick, so fast.
The V6 RAV4 is actually not that slow.
No, it's beautiful. It's a dream on the highway. To be fair, the fastest thing that I've been in at TFL is definitely the Rivian. When we did when we did that drag race with the
Very quick.
Rivian.
The Rivian and the Hummer.
Was that a little bit of
It was
a-
like
AV.
a plane taking
A
off.
moment?
It
Yeah.
was terrifying. Oh, there it is. There's my beautiful little Bobby. Wow,
Except
that
this
car
one-
looks so good, and mine has
It doesn't
hail
have all the
damage.
dimples.
It doesn't have all the personality.
Yeah,
let's
thank
say.
you, thank
that's
you.
good.
Yeah,
Shut
this
up,
is
Cole.
Cole's.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, Cole.
This
what
is
happened?
when they bought Cole's.
Aw.
They did a video on it.
Even Cole isn't in Cole's car video.
Yeah. Yeah, how'd you manage that,
This
Cole?
is the car
It's
named
probably behind the
Look at
camera.
that. Look how shiny it is under the hood.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Cole's got a nice car.
Cole, we should drag race our cars. See who wins. But we both have to be driving them. So.
Yeah, and Cole's going to have to be on camera.
What'd you say? Hell yeah. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
golf ball.
Golf balls are aerodynamic because
Exactly.
of their dimples.
Yeah. So
Cole, I'll give you a picture to put up of my RAV4 with all the hail damage.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my God. That would be awesome. I'm thinking of drag racing my RAV4.
You should drag
Just
race
got me excited.
for pink
my
slips.
God.
There needs to be
Yeah,
some stakes
we
here.
should.
We should.
We
Well-
should call up a time for the track.
I think it'll have to happen in the summer Because I just think that would be a more pleasant shoot for everybody, or at least like mid-spring, whatever.
We can
Okay,
make that happen. I don't think anyone is at the edge of their seat dying for this drag race.
that's so true.
I think TFL should host like a drag racing event
With
For
all
all
of
our
like our
personal
personal
vehicles.
cars.
Personal cars, yeah.
Everything I own is so slow.
Well, good for you. It'll put you in your place. Okay. The oldest car I've ever driven was like a golf cart in New Mexico. Same
Okay.
New Mexico as the RV.
Wow.
I had a
Well,
lot
a
of
lot happened on that trip.
What do you,
It was multiple trips.
was it Albuquerque?
Oh, okay.
It was Albuquerque.
So maybe it was the Breaking Bad RV.
It just might have been. There's a lot of RVs in New Mexico. No, I mean honestly, it's probably also the California special. I haven't like driven a lot of old cars.
That was old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
68,
may-
1960.
or my Blazer from like 90 something.
Oh yeah.
I drove
Yeah,
a red
that
Chevy
was old.
Blazer.
Nice.
It was an oldie, but a goodie.
I think the second oldest car would have been my 84 190E.
Right.
Well, no, there was a 79 Trans Am my friend had in high school that I would drive around. It was brown.
Ugh.
Brown Trans Am with a gold bird.
I guess my second
It was-
oldest
it was-
would
it was
be
fun.
our other Model T.
Oh, I have also. I've
1927.
never driven the Model T. No,
Yeah.
actually, I have.
You drove it?
I did. I guess that would be the oldest, second only to the golf cart.
You
Well,
drove
there
the
you go.
must have been
Model T
older.
is older than most golf carts.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it's older
Most.
than the golf cart.
Yeah, most.
Funny enough, Tommy has driven the first car ever made.
Wow.
That three-wheel.
No
Yeah,
way.
the Mercedes,
Mercedes.
which I know that at least the initial ones came out in the late 1880s maybe.
Yeah, 1880s, 1890s.
Who knew?
So that was really old.
So
Yeah.
Tommy,
Yeah,
there it
the
is.
three-wheel
Yeah.
one.
It's not much of a car. You steer it with a tiller, like a boat.
Yeah. That's kind of sick.
It's gorgeous.
It's a good
too.
angle for Tommy.
His hair is so short. It reminds me of, do you guys remember, well, you wouldn't remember everybody, we were not alive, but the first like moving picture was like something like that. It was like, and it was kind of like the
yeah.
Oh, was it the guys on the train car?
Maybe.
wanna
That's
say-
what that reminds me of. It might have been a horse-drawn carriage, but it looks
Yeah.
like the wheels are sick.
Yeah.
All those spokes. It's awesome. Wow. Yeah. So I
neat.
clearly have not driven quite as many cool, fast, or old cars
But
as
you'll
you
have
guys.
so many opportunities
This is true.
working here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the
That's
perfect
part of
place
part of the
to
fun.
have those opportunities.
You get to have all of your old, fast, and cool car dreams met.
Right. Those dreams that definitely exist and
Yeah.
haven't
A long list
been
of
fabricated.
cars Mary
they're
wants
gonna
to drive.
be coming
Yeah.
sooner or later.
I mean, if you say so, sure.
Well-
I just need a car that gets me from A to B.
We'll get you excited about a car if it kills us.
You got excited about the California special.
I thought it looked cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, if a car looks
Yeah.
cool.
That's progress.
I'm excited about my RAV4.
I mean, that's nice.
Never met someone with so much passion for the.
It's because-
what year is it?
It's a 2007.
For the 07 RAV4.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Cole.
Cole, is yours an 07?
No
Of
way.
course it is.
How many miles
They're
on your?
sisters.
Oh, it's about 50, 60,000 difference.
It's at 124,000
It's a
miles.
baby.
It's a spring chicken.
It's a baby.
The reason mine has so many miles on it is because it was my older sister's car for a long time, and she lived in Kansas City, and so she drove it back and forth a
To
lot.
get back to Colorado.
Back to Colorado a
Yep.
lot. So it's her fault.
It's obviously.
But it's also very well taken care of. The hail damage is not my fault.
Did she hail damage it?
No, the hail damaged it.
Yeah.
It was we told Tommy about this in the last podcast. The hail was from 2019, killed a bird at the zoo.
Yeah, bad year.
That was a bad
It was
year.
kind of a rough year
Yeah.
going around. And it broke the windshield and kind of destroyed all of the cars that were outside that day. So,
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
yeah, the difference is most of those people like repaired their car, and I was like,
More
Faster.
aerodynamic.
Take the check.
yeah, exactly. So you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
Yeah,
as they like to say.
that is
It
very
sure is.
true.
It sure is. Shut up. You like it. You like the RAV4.
It's something.
Yeah, it's something
I'm a
for
big
sure.
Toyota guy. I never say anything bad about Toyotas off camera.
This is where we definitely differ because I love Toyotas.
Yeah. Well, as you should.
You really had to dig there for something to say. You go, yeah.
I'm like, I need to be more tactful about the things I say in my life
That's a good thing. You
Yeah.
learn.
Yeah, good thing to
all
practice.
the time I'll be like, oh, Toyotas are so to a room full of people here at the office
On
who
a
drive
Toyota
Toyotas.
event.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
Toyota has the
Gonna be a
best
little-
paint colors lately.
Do they?
They've got the best paint colors.
Interesting.
They're
Cole-
like solid gloss green.
Oh, I love a good green.
They're like baby blue.
Cole
They've
right
got
now
some great
is really
colors.
twisting the knife because, as I mentioned, Toyota. The reason I have a little bit of a animosity toward Toyotas is because of all the aggression from Toyota people towards Land Rover drivers, which is what I am, unfortunately.
See,
At least you know.
here's so maybe we can find some common ground here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have nothing against any other cars. I just love Toyotas.
So I think it's a lot of like the Toyota. Not to like call anyone out, but
He's about to call
people
someone
do
out.
exist.
Not calling anybody out, but
some of
hey.
some of the Toyota enthusiasts really like to just
Put other
beat
people
up
down.
on us Land Rover drivers when we already receive as much punishment
Is that
from
reciprocal?
the cars
By
themselves.
driving the Land Rovers.
I try to make it reciprocal.
Okay, but you're
Yeah.
not very good at it.
No, I'm pretty good at it. I could get real.
Petty.
Yeah,
okay,
I could get real
but
petty.
to me, this
Oh,
sounds like something you could work through in like therapy. It doesn't sound like something that actually has
I'll
anything
talk
to
to
do.
Pete about it. Yeah, my guy
has
Pete.
anything to do with like the actual manufacturers, right? Like, do you actually have a qualm with Toyotas? Like,
No, nor the vehicles, and several people.
It's just the people.
Yeah.
with
it's a
whom
people
I
thing.
yeah,
several people with whom I associate drive Toyotas,
yeah.
and
I mean,
I love them regardless.
front and center, front and
Wow,
center,
yeah.
front and center.
Exactly. I associate with Toyota folks, so it's not all of them.
I
nor is
bravely
it the
associate
vehicles.
with Toyota
Well,
folks.
good for you, Pace.
Did you say bravely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
I put on a brave face every day as a Land Rover owner.
As
Yeah.
he looks down upon people from his discovery.
Well,
From
you know
his
what?
castle of Land Rovery.
There is a great sticker that you can get for Land Rovers. It's meant specifically for Land Rovers, and the sticker says "Nice Jeep, peasant," which is pretty funny.
So that's an instigating move. That's like
is,
poking the
yeah.
bear.
Hey, I
Absolutely.
don't have that sticker.
But you
I laugh
want it?
from
Do you
afar.
want it?
I might.
I feel like it's in his shopping cart somewhere.
Yeah, it's somewhere in
He
his
doesn't
Amazon
have it, but
shopping
he's thought
cart.
about it.
Nice Jeep peasant. Interesting. So
You
you're,
can
you're
see
a
it's on
Rover
Land
guy.
Rovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Pretty
put bumper stickers on your car?
Not really. I'll put one or two stickers, but not. I don't want to like heavily sticker my vehicle. You know, It gets distracting.
I've never put a singular sticker on my
I
car.
put magnets
If-
on my car.
If I do have to do a sticker or want to do a sticker, I think I would only put on the glass.
Yeah,
But I just
yeah.
can't imagine putting it on the paint.
I feel really overwhelmed when I see a car that's like decked out in stickers on
I
like
feel
the back.
overwhelmed
It's a
when
lot.
it's like off center
Yeah, me too.
or that's just
Or like, you know,
Can't-
I feel like it's
can't.
just asking to get rear-ended because like sometimes it's like a little small sticker and like you get close and closer and closer and closer until you can read it. So, I mean, technically insurance-wise, that would be the driver's fault.
yeah.
And so maybe you're trying to get insurance money. Is that why people have those stickers?
I don't.
An insurance fraud
Maybe. Maybe.
insurance scheme. So would you
Maybe.
say then a lot of stickers are something that grinds your gears?
Oh, okay. That was
Because
really
that's our
good.
next segment
Wow.
right there.
Wow.
No, I got to tell you what grinds my gears
Oh, I'm excited for this.
is when people don't return their shopping carts.
Ooh, that's a
Fair,
good one.
very fair.
Awful, awful people. I don't care what you do outside of your life, but if you don't return your shopping carts, you're just a bad person.
That's
Wow.
the lowest of the low.
I gave this person
Yeah.
the most awful death stare. I watched them leave their cart and then they got in their car and like the shopping cart corral was not very far away from where they were. So I was pushing my cart back because I'm a good citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went and grabbed their cart and I locked eyes with them through the window and I just gave them a little,
I see through you.
Ooh, the up and
oh
down.
yeah. And I
with the
felt
eyes.
amazing after I left. I'm like, I hope they remember this.
Yeah, they
Just
should.
like, this is just the easiest thing you can do to
Yeah.
not be
Yeah.
a terrible person. And
Yeah.
I just-
especially in like the winter when like the
Yeah.
workers
Just
have to
push
go
it
out there and like
back.
collect them in
I
the
had a
Just
couple
parking lot.
push
friends
it
back in
back.
the day that worked at grocery stores, and I remember one of my buddies in high school. He wasn't on the verge of tears, but he he was like, "What do these people do to the shopping carts? They're upside down in the parking lot."
Yeah,
It's
what is
like,
that
what is
about? How
happening?
does that happen?
This is
It's
so much
Jen,
extra
Jen in
force.
anger. Because of their
Flipping it over.
That's a really good thing that bothers
Grinds
you.
my gears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
What about you?
Mine is when you come to a 4-way stop or any stop sign where there's multiple stop signs and somebody got there clearly before you and they like wave you on like they think they're being courteous, but they're just being stupid.
You're making
It's
this
like,
take longer.
Yeah,
No, this
exactly.
is
And so you're
incorrect.
like there like following the law and they're like, go ahead. And you're like,
No.
but it's not my turn.
No.
So that
That-
really
out of
bothers
order.
me.
That happened. Was Cole in the car with me? That happened to me yesterday where I was making a left. I was at a stop sign and there was someone who didn't have a stop sign. They were like turning left around me, but in the road, and they were waving me on.
Yeah. And you're like, what are you doing?
But you don't have a stop sign.
Yeah.
You should go.
Yeah. And I think it's like people think that they're being courteous. Like I don't think it's malicious.
No,
No.
it's just
Yeah.
dumb.
It's just
Malicious.
dumb.
You go ahead.
dumb.
Yeah, malicious, like you first.
Yeah.
Like it's not like that,
Unless
but
they
it
think
is.
it's a trap.
That's a really good point. Which now I'm worried about the next
Wow,
time somebody
wow.
does that.
New
They're
fear
like they know
unlocked.
about something.
Just flip them
Yeah.
off and be like, no,
No,
you
your
go.
turn.
Just lay on the horn.
You go, sir. No, yeah. So that bothers me like
Yeah,
pretty extensively.
interesting.
Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah.
Case?
Other than Toyota people?
Hey.
No, look, again, I've got nothing against vehicles themselves. Just when people act like, their stuff is perfect and you're the dumb one for
This is a very defensive
Doing-
move, by
being-
the way, when you throw
doing
both
something
hands.
different.
I have a question. How do you feel about
Just
people
saying.
who compare themselves to Michael Jordan?
I would never. Nor have I ever.
You would never associate with those kinds of people?
And not on camera.
Okay, aside from Toyota, I'm going to say aside from jerks, you don't like jerks. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Does that
un-
grind your gears?
Jerks sure do.
Yeah.
Typically, they're Toyota people in your experience. What else grinds your gears?
Well, at least the people that are jerky to me. Yeah. do
Is that
seem
it?
to
I'm
be.
like, is it? I'm so
There's-
curious if that's
there's a lot
actually
of,
happened
like-
to you a lot.
Well, yeah, there's like, I could even find evidence of it. I've saved evidence of it, even though it messes with my algorithm. There are a lot of very elitist, there's elitist car people in general
Yeah.
being like, oh, if you don't have then
Oh, trust me, Mary and I are very aware of these people.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're very aware.
So elitist car people in general. I don't think anyone would be dumb enough to be an elitist Land Rover person. So Land Rover people are really the best.
They're
is what I'm saying.
already the best. Is what he's
Sure.
yeah.
No, but like, has it happened to you personally? Like, has somebody been like, I drive a Toyota, so I'm going to be one of these people you hate. I'd be like, you drive a Land Rover? Oh my God.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
Well,
that has
what's
not
funny,
happened
so
to you.
there's a video that Tommy and I did with my $3,000 Land Rover and
Wow,
an
sick brag.
$18,000 Toyota that it competed against.
Oh.
And we were showing them off road, and there's actually some ways. Cover your ears if you're a Toyota person. There's actually some ways that the Land Rover is a little better off road because it has a traction control system where this 80 Series Land Cruiser didn't. So we were saying, look, if you're picking out a daily driver, get the more reliable car, get the Toyota for sure. But if you're just looking for a fun four-wheel drive to kind of mess around with, this Land Rover is $3,000 versus almost $20,000, and you could do a lot of repairs before you've made up that difference. And there were people in the comments that were like, what are you talking about? People are going to spend their hard-earned money because of this filth you're putting on the internet. And there were some people
wow,
that were
so like-
legitimately
like
upset.
mean.
Very
okay.
upset.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
we
legit.
were taking like a very kind of neutral stance to say, like, look, there are reasons that someone would buy a Land Rover,
Yeah.
and there were some people that were furious.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
People
Especially
get
with
up in
the-
arms
that's my
for
car.
no reason.
Yeah, I know.
Gorge.
Well, it's just like everyone is right? Me,
Yeah,
me
sure.
especially, but look at
Yeah,
So,
I mean, when you compare them side by
See?
side, it's kind of hard to
yeah,
say that it's
the-
not performing well.
I mean, the Toyota didn't make it up there, and my Land Rover did. But
Okay, but also those are strangers on the internet.
yeah, they are. But those strangers, grind my gears.
All right. No, and that's so fair.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
It's really, really
We're,
fair.
we're familiar.
So I mostly just ignore them
There you go.
because I have that ability.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that-
But
was
they
that-
don't seem to be able to ignore me because here they are
Yeah, watching your videos.
watching my video. So
Was that-
joke's on you.
Was that a skill that you learned just to ignore the hate?
Yeah. Well, we make so many videos that for me to actually go through the comments on them would take ages.
So true.
So yeah,
true.
if you're out there posting hate,
taking time out of your day.
Yeah. Then,
Posting hate.
I hated this.
then
It's like, sorry.
I don't see it.
Good for you. Good for you.
Delightful.
No, that's a
Yeah,
good one.
but
On
they're
the
out there.
on the flip side, what's something that like just delights you
Yeah.
recently?
Or
greases your wheel,
What greases your wheels, baby?
which sounds interesting, but we'll
Yeah.
keep it.
I guess I've been answering questions first, huh? What does grease my wheel? See, most everyone on this podcast was smart and professional and prepared answers beforehand.
Sure. If you want to go last to take to
Yeah,
think of
to
something,
think
that's
about
totally
it.
fine.
You know what greases my wheels? That's how it's phrased. It doesn't sound good any way that you phrase it.
I know, that's why I said that's interesting. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what does is spring and summer in Colorado.
Oh, and it's on its
Delightful.
way.
Because right now we're kind of in the thick of snow and
Yeah.
below freezing temperatures, and
Dread
I
and
accidentally
horror.
left like a 12-pack of Modelo's outside, and they're all destroyed
Oh,
now.
that's
A huge loss.
a big
Yeah.
loss. That's
Cole,
a real big loss.
when we go film my Land Rover later today, Cole, at
You're
my
showing.
garage, you'll see that it's not just a 12-pack of Modelo's, but it's like it's a lot more than that.
That's so sad.
Ruined.
That's
Okay,
very sad.
but
So summertime
yeah.
in Colorado, we got wildflowers, like you were saying earlier, green grass,
Yeah.
that we were looking at in one of the videos that we pulled up. Nice weather, a lot of stuff to do outside,
Yeah.
camping. Yeah.
That's a really good one. Especially, I think spring is kind of overlooked because it's so short.
Yeah.
But like, I think like that, that first spring day where you like walk outside and like the air smells
crisp.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, it's springtime, baby. It's happening
coming.
like right now. And then of course, 2 days later,
then
it
it snows
dumps
again.
snows. Yeah,
Yeah.
it snows like 6 inches.
Anytime you
kidding.
think you're done with the snow in Colorado, there's one more.
Yeah.
At
You ever
least one
you ever
more.
hiked a mountain and there's like a false peak? Like you think it's the top, but it's not.
Yep.
That's kind of what spring in Colorado is like.
Yeah,
Do you remember
exactly.
that one year it snowed in June?
Yeah, vaguely.
I think it was like 2017 or something like that. I could be
Oh.
super wrong, but it
Yeah.
like snowed in June in Colorado Springs one year, and I was like, well, that's
That's really dumb.
That's
I don't
BS.
like that.
that makes me sad.
That's
don't like
whack,
that.
dude.
Yeah, it was really weird. It consistently snows in May. in
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you'll get some
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah, you'll get snow on top of
showers.
green leaves and green
It's
grass.
weird.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
very
it's very
strange.
weird.
I
It's
think
like starts becoming spring, and you're thinking we're in it,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
and
then
you're
it
not.
tricks you. So mine is actually about cars.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
What?
So not really. It's about it's about people driving cars. So in a similar vein to like, it annoys me when people think they're being courteous and they're being stupid. When I'm driving on like a dirt road, like a long dirt road where there's not a lot of civilization in either direction for a while, and like I pass a car and like you both do the like just the hands up on the
Yeah.
steering wheel and they do it back. Like it creates a sense of camaraderie in my heart
Yeah.
that like is nowhere else in my life.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I
Just a complete stranger.
that I just love, man. Like it's just like, and you know that you two are the only one
Yeah.
like within miles. Nobody else is around.
It's like a wave saying howdy.
It's like you're not alone. To me, that says you're not alone.
That is nice. And there's something about a dirt road that brings that out in people.
Yeah, that's true.
But you would think too, so where I grew up, which is in the
In
southeast.
the deep south.
Yeah. Where I grew up, if you're in your neighborhood and somebody waves to you, you wave back.
Got a little twang. It's kind of fun.
But it's funny, my parents spend the winter in Florida, and their neighborhood there is mostly made up of snowbirds who come
Do the
from like
same.
New York or wherever.
Yeah.
And if you wave to them as they drive past you in the neighborhood, they will just stare right at you.
Oh, that's
and
gross.
Yeah, that's
react.
horrible.
Don't like that
I
at
feel like
all.
that's
So I
weird, like-
actively, I don't wave to them. I'm like on the offensive. I just like stare at them as they drive by, and they stare back at me.
How can you tell it's a person from New York or something? You can just tell.
You can tell.
It's it's the majority of people in that neighborhood.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very Midwestern thing too. Like you just wave at people.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't give- like, so you
Absolutely.
just, like it's just we've lost that sense of like, man, like this is just a community of people. Just say hi. Just give
say
them a
hi.
wave.
That to me is just a crazy thing to do if you're in your neighborhood and you make eye contact with someone and they wave at you.
And you don't wave
and
back.
you just stare.
What kind of
That's-
sad life are you living?
What kind of
Little-
psycho does
little
that?
psychotic,
seriously.
yeah. It's a little
It's the
psychotic.
same. It's like
Yeah.
you ever been on a walk and you do that? You have
have.
to
You give a
wave.
little
Yeah,
Little
like a little
nod.
nod or a little, like, you don't have to be like,
Someone
yeah.
else.
you just a gentle hello.
Yeah.
And it is, you're right, it's so disconcerting
If
when
it's
somebody
not
doesn't return it.
reciprocated,
Yeah.
weird as hell.
Especially if they look at, like if they didn't really see you.
That's
you know,
one thing.
It's maybe like a little awkward for yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, I just waved and
Yeah.
they didn't see me. But if they look at you, same thing actually happens in my neighborhood out here in Colorado. There's like one house of some very grumpy looking people, and they always, when you come driving down the street, they always turn and look at you. And several times I've just done a casual little wave and they just keep staring.
Weird.
So now every time I drive past them, I just, again,
Just
I
stare
just
right
stare
back,
right back.
give it right back
terrifying.
to him.
They're
The
Raiders
staring is
fans.
weird. So I lived in Spain for a little. I lived in Spain for a little while,
Yeah.
and there are like no social norms that like you don't like. Everybody stares at everybody in Spain. Like I would be on the metro, and like I would
It's a
like
lot of
I would
eye
just
contact.
be yes, dude. And they don't like like okay, Jen. If I'm like staring at you,
Yes.
and you suddenly look up, my first instinct is like
Yeah.
look away,
Yeah.
right?
Avert your gaze.
Yeah, exactly. In Spain, I'd be on the metro looking at my phone. I'd like look up. There'd be like an old man, like prolonged eye contact with me.
No.
And you'll just lock
Well,
eyes.
yeah. Well, at first I'd like look away, and then I started doing what you do. So I'm like, come at me, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's about to happen?
Let's go.
I'm like, your legs don't look like they work so good anymore. So,
So,
so let's go.
I'm gonna dance all over this.
And it's not just men, like women do it too, but it's usually
Yeah.
like older
Just
generations of people in Spain
staring.
that just stare. And I think part of it is like there are not a lot of like blonde people in
Right.
Spain.
Oh,
Um,
it's kind of stick out.
yeah, so I think I kind of stuck out like a sore thumb a little bit. But I was also like, dude, you can look, but don't look while I'm looking.
Yeah. that's
yeah.
weird.
Just pretend like you have some
Yeah.
amount of like shame.
Exactly. Do it with a little bit of aplomb.
I feel
Come
like
on.
I have not a bad habit of staring at people while they're also staring at me, but I feel like if I mean, you've probably noticed if I like walk through the office, I like look
Yeah.
around
You're attentive.
into
Yeah.
everyone's offices.
This
It's
is
like-
true. You're a curious little fella.
Like, yeah. I'm
Case
like,
walks
what's
around,
going
he's
on?
like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
everyone doing?
See, but that's endearing. It's not
Yeah.
creepy. Like,
That's
Oh
good.
yeah.
yeah, if you like walked into like the door, not that walked into the
Yeah,
door.
if I just like
That's also weird.
Yeah.
if I just cast a shadow through the door.
and like didn't say anything and stared and then walked away, I'd be
Just
like,
stares
oh my
at you through the window into your office. It's like
that would be
that's
so
actually kind
funny.
of weird.
That would actually be so funny.
Just walked up to the glass.
Not putting you like this.
He does that to everyone's office. Stands in front of all of their windows.
Yeah.
All right.
Spend at least 10 minutes a day looking into everyone's office.
Ugh, that's terrifying. Yeah, that's not what you
Yeah.
do. But you're right. You're like, you like to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm like,
you
what's
gather
everyone
your
up to?
surroundings
Yeah.
visually, which is not super weird, I don't
Okay.
think.
That's good. I had to double check because
Yeah.
we're talking about people like making eye contact. I make brief eye contact with people a lot.
Case is like, oh god.
I think
Yeah.
that's
I was
actually,
like, am I that person?
that's pretty normal, actually.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
think that's okay.
Cool. Yeah.
I think as long as it's not prolonged, that's where
Yeah.
the problem starts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a counter
for sure.
on it.
Yeah, or if you're returning it, right? Like when you and I do it to like the people who are
Well, yeah.
staring, it's okay to return a stare. It's not okay to initiate a stare.
Especially if you're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Don't initiate
Yeah,
stares.
yeah, that's then it's expected.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the social norm.
Yeah. I don't like when people can't make eye contact.
Yeah, that's also
I'm like,
uncomfortable.
That's real shifty. What,
like,
are you
what are
doing?
you hiding?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, Jen.
So there's two ways to be untrustworthy:
Oh, excellent.
no eye contact or eye contact.
True. You have
So-
to find the
That's
the
true.
medium.
Basically, if you're creepy, then there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I got nothing. It's just gonna be
the end
creepy
of
no
the
matter
line
what.
for you.
Yeah, just quit being creepy.
Yeah, that would be a tricky thing to teach an alien. They'd be like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
like make sure you look
I
someone
hear
in
they
the
struggle
eye.
with that.
You're so too. They'd like make sure you look people in the eye, but don't look
Not
too
too
much.
much.
But don't look away too long.
But don't look away. Don't look
Yeah.
left because then you're lying.
And if you look away too
right.
suddenly, they're gonna think you're up to
Yeah.
something.
yeah, or that like you have something in your face,
Right.
Or that
And if you're not talking, you're hiding something, or if you're talking too much, you're
also
avoiding
hiding
something.
or hiding something.
So,
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lose lose. It's a lose lose for the aliens.
So good luck out there, people. It's a tough world.
Indeed. Jen, what's something that delights you? What
mine's
is your
very
grease?
simple. Mine's whenever I come home and Blueberry, my dog, is just the happiest he's ever been every single time I come home.
Don't
Like
you
the
love
whole
that?
the whole butt is just wiggling,
Yeah.
and whether I'm gone for an hour or the whole day, he's just like, yes.
I love
Did you do
that.
a video with your dog?
Yeah, multiple.
Multiple,
Oh.
yeah.
He was in that
Blueberry's
one.
Blueberry been in there a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But he's just like the best. And to jump off of that, whenever any type of dog or cat is just like warms up to you
Yeah.
or super
Oh,
excited to see you. It's like,
There he is. He's
it's
so
the best.
cute.
He's a
Little
sweet, he's a
eyebrows.
sweet little babe. Yeah, he's a good boy. But that's just every single day when I come home, he's just like, yes, mom's back home.
Oh,
And I'm
don't like
"Oh,
that's just like
that's the best.
I think that's why dogs like are so special because like I love cats. I really really do love cats. I want a cat so bad. But I adore dogs because like they're just so enthusiastic and childlike and like you're never going to really disappoint a dog. You know, they're so like forgiving. Like even if you do kind of like scare them, they're like, "Oh, okay. They're fine." And that's not to say you can't traumatize dogs because you can.
Oh,
You
yeah.
should- You should be kind to dogs. But they're-
Definitely.
like they just never lose their enthusiasm.
No,
They're
they're
easy
just,
going.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 11 years old and he's still, every day I come home, he's like, oh, she returned again. It's a great day.
That's how I feel when you come into work, Jen. Like, yes, Jen's back. I feel like a little dog.
Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah, they're just the endless love that they give.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't deserve them.
No, we
But
do not.
that's something that just absolutely greases my wheels
That
every
is
day.
some good wheel grease.
We have them anyway.
Sweet
Okay,
little
you
man.
guys. I'm not going to do a smooth transition like Case because clearly I'm not as cool. But I do have trivia questions for you guys.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about trivia. I'm
Yeah.
going
Let's
to be really bad at
go.
this.
Okay, I'll keep score. Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh,
Can I steal
is it
this?
competition? You're allowed.
Okay, it is a competition. There's 25 questions.
Oh
And
my
your answers are on there.
These are different. My answers are on the other side, and there's kind of a theme in that like
cheating case.
it's a lot.
Jeez.
It's a lot of like what was the first card to have this blah blah blah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those on this.
It's like a theme.
Yeah, but not all of them do that. Some of them are not.
Okay.
So are you guys ready? And the way we did it, the way we did it last time is just like kind of like raise your hand, and I'll just whoever or who just answer. Just answer if you
Who
think
hits
you
the
know it.
buzzer first?
Yeah, but don't hit the
Who
table.
breaks my sunglasses first?
Oh, don't
Those are
do
pretty
that.
cool. I wouldn't break them if I were you.
It's a good Ray-Bans.
Okay, number 1. What was the first car to have seat belts?
Oh, Volvo.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Do you know which one?
An old one?
Yeah.
The
I couldn't
Volvo
tell you the model, but I know Volvo.
544.
Okay.
Oh, also, these could be outdated. Like it might not be the right thing. 'Cause
Well, did another car come up with seatbelts for the first time?
no, that's not what I'm
Oh,
saying.
other
I'm just saying
ones.
I
Okay.
need to just like give a little disclaimer that like these could be wrong. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
they're from
right,
the
right.
internet.
That's fair.
Mary,
That's fair.
Mary
The
just
internet
came up with these
is usually
answers,
pretty good.
actually.
Okay, so Jen is up. What is the name of the fastest car in the world?
Currently?
According to the website that I pulled from.
So it's a tough question because it depends on how you define fastest and how you define car. Is it fastest around the track? Is it fastest top speed? Is it street legal? Is it a production car?
You're killing me, Case.
Did it do its top speed run in 2 different directions?
I'm
which
gonna
is
say
how the
it's
Guinness
top
Book of
speed.
World
I'm
Record.
gonna say it's
I'm going to say
Does
it's
it?
top speed.
Yeah, let's say that. Let's say that.
But
And
is it a production car, or are we talking like a Bonneville Salt Flats?
we
Just guess,
are
Case.
45 seconds into this, and you are.
Unsufferable.
Oh man,
I'm just going to throw it out.
Okay.
Bugatti.
Correct.
Okay. The Chiron?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Bugatti
See, you
Chiron.
just throw things out there, Case.
Yeah, Case.
You just throw
You're
it against the
thinking
wall
way
and see
too
if
hard,
it
my
sticks.
man.
Apparently,
Just
Well, what
settle
color
down.
does it have to be?
Settle down, Case. Just, do you need some tea? Do you want to take a break?
I do.
Okay.
I'll take a break with that sheet of paper.
Okay, question number 3. What was the first car to have air conditioning?
Oh, it's a Cadillac, isn't it?
No.
Damn, isn't it? Is it General Motors? Is it?
I don't know. I actually don't recognize the name of this car.
Not Mercedes, is it?
No. So this says Packard. What's the Packard?
Interesting.
Yeah. I
I'm
don't know
cheating.
that.
Put that away.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm just
wow,
double
he's
checking
already
since you
cheating.
said
It's the
some
type-
stuff
it's the
could
type of
be.
component I'm
We
dealing
already
with.
heard the answer. There's no way to cheat now because the question's over. First car with air.
1940 Packard.
Yeah, okay, I was
Okay.
right.
Dang,
What is the Packard? What even is that
it was
car?
an old brand. It's
Yeah, they don't make
no
that
longer
anymore.
around.
Interesting. Okay, so I didn't write the answer down for number 4.
Oh,
So
good.
I don't know what it is. Cole will have you look this up, but don't hit enter yet.
Yeah. definitely.
Okay. What was the first car to have power steering?
I don't know. I know there are a lot of Volvos and Mercedes that pioneered new technologies. I doubt whether power steering is one of them. I had to guess. feel like it would be my gut, my so far unsuccessful gut is telling me think something American.
I'm thinking Ford.
Okay, Ford.
Mhm.
That's
I'm gonna
definitely
guess
American.
Cadillac again.
Cadillac.
Cadillac's a good
Chrysler.
We're both
Okay,
wrong.
We're both wrong.
Ooh.
Go us.
Interesting. Okay.
In the 50s, 51. The
Wow.
Hydroglide.
Hydra Guide. Yeah.
That's a
cool.
weird name. Okay, guys. Number 5.
Yeah.
What was the first car to feature a rear view mirror?
Oh.
I'll give you an extra point
I-
if you know the year also.
Ugh.
I'm going to guess the year was in the 43.
Okay.
That sounds like a pretty
Couldn't
good
tell you
guess.
what car, though.
I'm gonna say 45.
Oh,
And
wow.
Let's see. Oh, God. I gotta be honest. I've never been like, that car? I've always wanted one of those cars because it's got a rear view mirror.
I'm going to say Cadillac.
Kind of like,
43.
I'm gonna go Mercedes.
Okay. Neither of you are right. It was in 1911.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And it was the
were-
Marmon.
We were
The
The
19
Marmon.
Samsonite.
How
The
could I
Marmon.
way off.
How could I forget about
the
the
classic
Marmon?
Marmon. 1911.
Yeah, no,
There she is.
wow.
Yeah, I've driven the Marmon many times, so I'm surprised I didn't remember that.
Have you?
No,
I'm like, what?
no one who's
But
alive has driven
that's funny
car.
that Cole pulled
It's
that
like a
up because
soapbox car.
it was the first winner of the Indy 500.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I like that
like the
orange.
first
That's
ever
neat.
race, like the inaugural race of the Indy 500.
That's really cool.
That's the car that won.
Neat.
So that's kind of
Because
fun.
of the mirror, I'm sure.
Perhaps
Yeah, he
because
knew.
of the mirror.
He knew. That's quite the
It's a good mirror.
mirror
Yeah.
structure that they have.
Okay.
Okay, no points.
So Jen's winning handedly
Oh yeah,
Wow.
by quite a bit.
by 2.
We've all
2 to
kind of
nothing.
lost though, in a way.
Okay. What is the most expensive car ever sold?
Ooh, a Ferrari 250 GTO.
No.
Are you talking about like from production
New
or
like
from
at an auction?
It didn't say. It didn't specify.
Because
Most
auction and
expensive.
production would be very different. Like
'Cause there was a
because we talked about
250
auction, the Ferrari was definitely one was like 43 million or
I
something.
think there was one that ended up going for 55 at one point.
Jeebus.
So
Yeah.
you might be right. I could give you a point because I remember that was from last week's trivia, right?
I would think it's between like a Bugatti or a Koenigsegg.
It was the Bugatti.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
how to pronounce this. I'm going to butcher this. La voiture noire.
Oh, that sounded pretty good to me.
Yeah, I think that was
Okay.
pretty spot on.
So yeah, it was a Bugatti.
Okay.
Do you want me
Did
to
it
give
say
you?
how much?
No, it didn't. Do you want me to give you a point for Ferrari?
Well, I don't know. Let's Google.
Yeah, most expensive car ever
Yeah.
sold. Oh. What?
Oh,
Wait,
so
okay, that's
there's
the AI
since been-
overview. Go to a real
there's
thing.
since been, yeah.
Auction, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if we're talking just most expensive car ever, I actually did read something about that Mercedes.
I got to work on one of those.
That's
Yeah?
sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Um,
19, jump change.
but the one I worked on was only like $4 million.
Oh, it's
Only.
48,
Ridiculous.
Just a measly
Just a
4.
Easily
250.
4.
Okay, well, this said the Bugatti. I'm gonna give Jen a point.
That's the fun thing about cars is that there's all these nebulous and vague truths that depend on how you define them.
Yeah.
True. Wow, that was deep. That was poetic.
That was very deep.
You ever
That's the
write-
fun of being a car guy is when one car guy is like, "Did you know?" And it's like,
It's all
"Well,
up for debate."
actually,
It's all up for debate.
You ever write poetry? You could nail it with cars.
that was a poem.
Car
You didn't hear it?
No, I liked it a lot. It was really good. I liked
Yeah.
the voices.
Mary, do you know what those wheels are called?
Those are called
Do you know what those wheels are called?
zipper wheels.
It's a wire spoke wheel with a knockoff in the middle.
Yeah, they're knockoffs. I
Yeah.
remember I had a customer that she was trying to tell me that she had these types of wheels, and I was like, "Oh, they're knockoffs." She's like, "No, will assure you that they're the real thing." I was like,
It's like,
"Oh,
no, it's
Oh,
called-
sweetheart.
no,
It's called
you,
a knockoff.
you
'cause
use
you
a
hit it
special
with
type
a-
of mallet to knock
to whack the hub.
to unwind
the more you know.
them."
Okay, guys, we are
racing.
not
Okay,
focused.
sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
What car model was produced by Plymouth and was named after a type of bird?
Roadrunner.
Correct.
Wow, you
or
really
or the
fast.
over the Superbird.
Is the Roadrunner.
Okay, yeah. Well, Superbird was part of the Roadrunner, but
Yeah.
Okay, Case.
I wonder if
this
there
is
is a
embarrassing.
bird called the Superbird. It is.
Stop looking at the. Are you trying to cheat?
I can't read backwards through a sheet of paper. Who do you
trying to
think
cheat
I
and
am?
steal.
I don't know. You seem to think you're pretty cool. Okay. What was the first car to be mass produced?
Model T.
There you go. Case is on the board.
Yay.
It's okay, guys. He's never played
Jen just
sports.
gave me
Take
that
it easy
one.
on
Yeah.
him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't gang up on me.
What automotive company has a trident in its logo?
Oh, Maserati.
Give it to
Case got it.
Yeah, he got that one.
All right, he's catching up.
I'm just slow.
What car is nicknamed the Silver Ghost?
Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
Ghost,
correct.
Yeah.
Nice. What American car brand's logo? I'm gonna start over. What American car brand's logo features? I said it again. Logo features a blue oval.
Ford.
That was a
That's
tie.
tough. Yeah.
Yes, that was a tie.
Do you want both a point or no point?
I don't
No
think
point.
it
We'll arm
matters.
wrestle for it.
I'll wrestle for it. Weightlift for it.
Wait.
Max bench for it.
We'll throw the ball and see who throws
Oh, there
it
you
farther.
go. All right, perfect.
Well, that doesn't make sense. I'm not sure if that's valid.
Okay.
A valid test.
What year did Henry Ford introduce the assembly line production technique? What year?
Oh,
So the
what
years are
year?
interesting. If you
Yeah.
get whoever's closer, will get the point.
Like 1914,
It'd
1913.
be earlier than that, I think. I'm going to say 1907.
1907? What's
You
your
say
guess?
1914.
1913 is the correct
Oh,
answer.
really?
Ooh.
Wow.
So Jen's got that one on lock.
Okay.
But you were both, in the 1900s, and that's big.
That is.
We were in the right
does help.
century, so
that does
good.
help.
That's really
In
big.
the right
1900s.
millennia.
You were almost in the right decade. So,
Really?
what was the first hybrid car introduced in the U.S. market?
Honda Insight, isn't it?
No, this is Prius.
It was the Prius,
Was it Prius before the Insight?
according to this website.
Prius came out a long time ago.
My hybrid knowledge
Long
is
time ago.
lacking.
Yeah. What is the famous Italian car brand featured in the movie The Italian Job?
Italian car brand? Because the Italian Job's got minis in it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a Mini
Mini,
Cooper.
but
That's British.
minis aren't Italian cars.
Said Italian car brand. Maybe this guy's an idiot.
This guy's
Was
an
this
idiot.
the AI overview?
No. Okay, I'm going to give it to you. Wait, the Italian car brand, Mini Cooper, is not
It's
Italian.
It's British. As
Why did
British as
they-
it gets.
All right.
They put Union Jacks on the.
Well, then this guy
Taillights
was.
and-
I
They were
don't.
just
I don't know who
lying
came up
liars.
with these trivia questions, but
That threw me for a loop.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right?
minis.
minis.
But then
Yeah.
you're like Italian. I was like, wait.
Wait
Yeah.
a second.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Like, is there something I was forgetting?
I'm deeply
I had
apologetic about my
actually
lack
the car that
of
was in
knowledge.
the remake,
No way.
the R53 Cooper S.
That's kind of
That's
sick.
really cool.
Yeah, I had it. It
That
rattled
remake
a
was
bunch.
pretty
My
good.
girlfriend hated it.
Oh,
She did not like
she
that.
The
just
remake was
didn't think
pretty
it was
fun.
manly enough.
She didn't really care about that. It just rattled so much.
Okay,
It,
so
it
valid.
really
That's
irritated
really
her.
valid. Okay,
I liked it.
I did give the disclaimer in the beginning that some of these questions could be wrong.
That's true.
So
You
that was
just gotta
what the
kinda
what the
go with the
purpose
wind.
of the disclaimer was.
Well,
okay,
the answer was right. It's just the question was.
an aspect of the
Range.
question
Yeah.
was wrong.
A
Okay,
very big aspect.
what car brand has the slogan "Zoom Zoom"?
Mazda.
Mazda. Yeah, in this case.
I used to have a Mazda too.
Nice. Okay, which car model was featured in the movie Transformers as Bumblebee?
Camaro.
I kind of think that was
Wow.
Case.
Wow.
He's catching up.
Saw it from afar.
That was
Camaro. Okay, what car model is known for its rotary engine?
Ooh, RX-7. Yeah.
The RX-7.
Yeah.
Mazda
It
RX-7.
It wasn't the first though. I think the Cosmo might have been the first.
Yeah, this is one that
Or
deviates from the
Mazda,
theme.
at least.
Okay,
Warming up.
that was terrifying. Okay,
My goodness.
which car model? What car model? What the?
Oh, goodness.
I'm sorry, guys. What's the top selling pickup truck in the United States?
F-150.
Got him,
Yeah.
Jen.
Not giving you anymore.
Yes.
Technically, if you combine the numbers between the GMC
Oh my
and the
God.
Chevy,
no,
they actually
no,
sell
get
more.
your technical ass out of here.
So the GM trucks, but
Whatever.
it's, yeah,
This guy.
Ford,
Okay.
Ford marketing.
This
You've
guy.
This
we've all
guy.
fallen victim to Ford's marketing, I guess.
You're saying a lot of things. Okay, what does
Yeah.
LED stand for?
Oh, light emitting diode.
Ooh.
Very good,
I think
Case.
that's right.
Light
That was
emitting
good.
diode. Okay, what is the primary function of an alternator?
Make
Generate
power.
power.
What kind of power?
Electric power.
Electricity.
Okay, well, you guys both got that one, so I'm not giving anybody a point. How many ounces of fuel are required to start
Half
a car?
ounce. I knew that. I
Correct.
learned
How did
that.
you know that?
I learned that.
How did you know that?
I was working on an old car with one of my friends, and it was just something that I remembered. Half ounce of
Wow.
fuel.
Yeah, I was never going to have that.
Oh,
I was really
wow.
surprised by that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some things just kind of stick.
Nice.
That
really
one,
good job.
That one did.
Okay. How many parts does the average car contain?
Couple, 2, 3. Is that what it says?
Like all in like little
Like
clips
all
and
in-
everything.
yes,
everything.
all inclusive.
It's got to be in the thousands.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2,500.
Okay.
I'm going to say like
be
at
dead
least
wrong.
like 10,000.
Okay. You're closer. It's 30,000.
30,000.
Yeah, 30,000.
No wonder they're all so unreliable.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
He said
Yeah.
from the driver's seat of a Land Rover.
See, you like make fun of it too. So
I
it's
do,
not
I
just
do,
Toyota
but I'm
people.
allowed to.
You're an enabler.
Self-sabo. Yeah.
I'm allowed to because they're my people.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
How long does an average American in their lifetime spend sitting at red lights?
Oh.
I'm going to say 2 years. No,
Ooh,
probably not. That would be a lot.
that's a
That would be
lot.
way too long.
10 months.
10 months?
That's my final
That's
answer.
a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm
It
gonna say
feels like
I'm gonna
that
say
long.
1 month.
Okay, so Jen is closer again. It's 2 weeks.
Oh,
How
wow.
did they
That's not
get
bad.
that statistic?
Who's to say?
That's
Who is to say? So,
a good
Case,
point.
you're
Red lights
getting
really
demolished.
red lights really have an impact on me, I guess.
Yeah, you feel like they're longer than they are.
It feels like a large portion of my
Like
life.
I've been here probably for a month.
7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Never even went into work.
Okay, guys, we're on our last 2 questions. Jen has 11 points. Case has 7. So you can't catch
So-
up. You're screwed.
I'm out.
What's the least popular car color worldwide?
Least popular.
Least popular.
At present, I'm going to say purple.
Okay.
Brown.
The answer is purple.
Oh wow.
Yeah, good job, Case. That was a good pull.
Brown is coming back, I suppose. Yeah,
There are
purple.
some strange colors
yeah,
you could probably
purple's
come
not-
up with that are even
Purple's
less
not too popular. Yeah.
Yeah. I would think like yellow, but I guess there's a.
My mom used to have a purple car.
Did she?
Yeah,
Did
it was
she-
supposed to be indigo blue, and then it showed up, and it was not.
It was
And it was.
It was
not.
purple. We used to call it the purple Mercedes. It really frustrated her a lot,
Hmm.
and she lived with that car for like 10 years.
well,
So she pushed through.
poor
She
woman.
did.
Interesting. Okay, last question. How often are cars stolen in the United States?
Like,
Like every
every couple
Minute.
seconds. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like one of those ads from the early 2000s made to scare you.
Uh-huh.
Every 10 seconds.
Your guess is 10?
Sure.
Okay.
All my guesses are bad. So
mine will be every minute, I think.
Okay, so Jen is closer again. It's every 45 seconds.
yeah.
That's
Full figures.
awful.
It's really, lock your cars, guys.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
really, really bad in like
Or-
what San Fran,
Is it?
like horrible in San Francisco.
You could
right?
also have a car that's not worth stealing.
in Denver.
There
too.
you go. That's
Will
the way
says
to
it's
do
really
it.
bad in Denver too.
Is it
Which
really
I
bad?
believe.
No
Oh,
way.
well.
He says most in the country.
Good thing I
that
don't
is
live
bad.
in Denver. I never go to Denver.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
no shade on
Stay
Denver,
away.
but all of the shade on Denver.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, Cole.
For
Why
such
do you
a
live there?
sunny city, all the shade.
Yeah, good point. Really good point. So that's all of them. That was Jen. She got,
We're like almost double.
yeah,
Yep.
almost.
It's
You got
okay,
8.
Case.
She got
Next
12.
time, you know.
Probably not.
It's
That's okay. You got 8. That's something to celebrate.
Yeah.
I think a lot of mine I
knew
just
that
got
the blue
lucky.
oval was Ford.
That's true. You got that.
That yeah.
No one
Full
else
stop.
knew that.
That's true. I originally, where is Subaru from? Who makes Subarus? Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's also a blue oval.
Did it say it was Italian too?
Yeah, that one threw me for a
I
loop. I,
know,
was like Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Well, I
But then
needed
Italian.
you to be thrown into that loop
Yeah.
to
So
make.
are you
some
intimidated?
I think he is a little.
Yeah.
Oh, I will
Clearly.
take that.
I will take that. So
I will
yeah.
take that.
That was a good job, guys.
That was good.
Yeah,
The
that was
green
real good.
oval much better than the blue oval.
Land Rover.
Land Rover.
Yep.
That
See,
was-
you
I-
got that.
I knew that one.
That was
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
Mary. That was
Thank you.
good.
That Italian car brand.
I love the Italian Land Rover.
They're all Italian now.
They're British.
Wow.
They are.
Yes, I'm learning so much.
Good. They're as British as it gets.
Is a
I'm-
Range
I'm
Rover
impressed.
part of the Land Rover
It's
situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
The original Land Rover was the Land Rover Range Rover.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all Range Rovers still say Land Rover on them, but that one, the model was Range Rover and the make was Land Rover. Now Range Rover is kind of its own brand. There's like the Range Rover.
Just
I
like
just
branching out
felt
on
like
their own.
the light was kind of
The life
exiting
just-
your eyes
yeah.
when you were listening to that.
No, I was learning. He was talking about Land Rover
Yeah.
and
All right.
Range Rover.
It's like one of those like every square is a rectangle, but not every rectangle is a square.
Rhombus.
Every range or
Circles.
I don't think
We just say-
we're gonna have to brush up on shapes after this podcast.
What's a rhombus? Isn't a rhombus like a rectangle that goes, or is that
Yeah.
a square?
Yeah.
You know what a square is, Mary.
I know what a square is. I'm asking about a rhombus.
Rhombus is
Yeah, but is it?
chilling.
What about a rhomboid?
Listen,
Because that's the thing.
listen to me.
Cole wants out of here so bad.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
What last thing? Is a rhombus derived from a square or a rectangle?
Square.
Wow.
I'm gonna say square. All my guesses have been wrong, so
We'll
it's a
say
rectangle.
Cole, can you look that up,
I'll say
please?
square. Because
Cole does not want to look it up.
Cole
Cole's
wants to know
over.
as badly as we do. Do you know before you look it up? Talk about checked out. Is a rhombus derived from a square or a rectangle?
Oh,
That's not even
goodness.
close to the spelling.
Come on.
R-H.
Wow.
Is a rhombus a square?
No, we
Not
know
exactly.
it's a parallelogram.
No, a rhombus is not a square.
Okay, it comes from a
Yeah.
square.
Okay.
It comes from a square.
The more you know.
Yeah. Now we know what
Well, that
squares
was-
are.
Cool.
Wow.
No, we always knew what squares were, Case. We didn't know where they went when they tilted.
Kindly stop using we, by the way.
I like being a part
Careful
of
with that.
something. Listen.
Oh yeah. So I'm told.
All right. Well, that was car-ish.
Yeah.
I think that's
In
gonna
all its
wrap it up on
chaos.
our second
In all its
episode.
chaotic glory.
Yeah.
And if you've made it this far, congrats.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you to all
Surprising.
two of you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If
Comment
you did make it to
something
the
really
end.
specific. Comment rhombus if you're still watching at this
Ooh,
point.
That's a good one.
If you're still watching at this point, explain to us how you understood rhombuses.
Yeah.
Is it rhombi?
Rhomboid is a thing too. I'm pretty
Rhomboid?
sure. Rhomboid.
Parallelogram. That's a fun
Isn't
one.
it?
It
Spell
is.
that for me.
Parallelogram. You're
Parallel.
off to a good start.
Parallelogram.
There's definitely no one
Rhomboid.
watching anymore.
Parallelogram.
It's a muscle. Nice.
Oh.
Rhomboid.
I thought it was like a sick
go.
shape.
It's definitely not a shape though.
It has a shape. Everything.
I
Everything
think
has
everything
a
does
shape.
have a shape typically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it has to do with shapes, I guess. It's similar to a parallelogram. It's your parallelogram muscles. Now we know how to spell parallelogram.
And on that
Great.
note,
Thanks so much for watching.
thank you for watching. This has been Jen
And Mary also.
In case,
and Case
unfortunately.
today.
Case got vetted today. I'm so sorry, Case.
Yeah.
Good luck with your Land Rover later.
Yeah. We'll see.
Is it going to run like my Toyota?
It will because it doesn't have a Land Rover engine anymore.
Oh, okay.
I
wow.
fixed it.
Is it a Toyota engine?
No. Come on.
That would be fun.
It's even better though.
Well,
it's pretty sick.
it would be objectively good, but fun. not
Fair
so
enough. No, I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Objectively good and fun are often different.
Profound.
And we'll leave
Yeah.
you with that.
Yeah. Bye.